Hello everyone. In this video, we will explain the if statement. So first thing, for example, if we type var x equal to 10 for example, and then simply just write if. If is a word in the language used to check for a condition. So after if, just use parentheses and then here you can write the condition. And after it, we use the curly braces. So inside this parenthesis, we can write any condition. So for example, if x is greater than 0, and then print, for example, positive. So now if we check this code, as you can see, the result is positive. So this if condition used to check for some condition. So for example, x is greater than 0. This means a question. This condition return a boolean value, either true or false. So is x is greater than 0? The result is true. So now x is 10 greater than 0. So if the result of this condition is only true, then execute this statement or execute these lines of code. Otherwise, don't do anything. So now, if the x is minus 10, now, as you can see, the result is empty. So now, x is not greater than 0. So he will not execute this code. We can use else. Else means otherwise. So for example, we can use negative. So now if we click run, as you can see, negative. So now if x is greater than 0, print positive. Otherwise, print negative. So what if the x is 0? So now 0 is not a positive and not a negative. As you can see, he will execute the else because we told it that if the x is greater than 0, print positive. Otherwise, print negative. So he will print negative. But we can use a multiple if statement, a multiple if else. So for example, else if and then another condition, x less than 0, and then print negative, and then finally else, now print 0 and then semicolon. As you can see, the output is 0. So now logically this is a complete program. If x greater than 0, positive. Else if x is less than 0, so the result is negative. And else otherwise, which mean if all above condition is false, and then finally execute this else. So if it's not positive or negative, so it is a 0. Also, we can use a nested if statement. Nested mean we have a condition inside another condition, or we have if statement inside another if. So for example, simply just select this part, only this part, and then cut, open the curly braces, and paste the code with cut. So as you can see, this is the nested if statement or nested condition. If we click run, he gives me the same result. So how to understand this code? Now, if x is greater than 0, print positive. Okay. And else, which means if x is not greater than 0, he tried to execute these lines of code. So now, inside this part, there are another conditions. So, is x is less than 0? No. So finally, he will execute this else. So he will print 0.